Good morning, God Yule, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays to all. I am Octavia Randolph, and this is my annual walk through the streets of the medieval town of Visby, where I will show you some of our decorated Christmas windows. I'm starting here on the street where I live, with my neighbor's window. They always do a wonderful job. The traditional Nordic tomties, the little gnomes at the top. Delightful characters. Look at the expressions here. My neighbors here love cats, so you can see they have a wonderful cat bringing a queen mouse in a tray. Look at the faces on these. Look at how enchanting these felted characters are. And of course, something we all have in our windows, a Christmas star. I'll move here. See another star, another large and beautifully made felt figure, sort of dangling above these carolers. How charming is this? Their other window, a bunch of little tomties, little gnomes, other figures, and some other little felted figures that are hanging in this tree branch. I want to show you a special feature of my neighbor's house, and it's this. It's what's called in the Swedish language a gossip mirror. And it's a curved mirror. This one is beautifully wrought out of copper, made by the homeowner himself. But it's a way to stay inside your house, but see everything going on in the street. So that way you don't have to stick your head out the window or open the door. It used to be a common feature here in Visby with our narrow streets. Very few of them remain, so I was delighted when he built this one. It's a really nice piece of our history. This lovely neighbor has a Lucy-tåg, a Santa Lucia procession. Lucy-tåg literally means Lucy train. And you see the martyr is the second figure there, St. Lucy. She's being led by a star boy and a group of her attendants. And in the foreground, we have a really enchanting selection of small creatures. One of the simplest and most beautiful aspects of our Yuletide here in Visby is the fact that the town projects these wonderful snowflakes on the ruined facade of the Church of Santa Catarina. This is Stora Torget, our main square. They've brought in a lovely Christmas tree. And then, to top off the magical aspect, there's these beautiful snowflakes projected on the ruin. And right in front of me, we have Tomtens brödlåda, which is Santa's mailbox. So this is here for children or adults to put their wish list in for Santa. I'm sure it's seen some action. Just let you see the church again. I'm now in front of our local candy shop, Caramel Boden. Very descriptive name. Boden means sort of shed or hut, and caramel is self-explanatory. Their window is quite amazing this year. I think they've really outdone themselves. So over to the left, we see a barber pole sign, one of those revolving sort of signs filled with wrapped candy. Really fantastic. Large-scale versions of those candy necklaces that we used to wear as children. I just love that. And then coming down, we see some chocolate bars, and they're very special ones because you can see golden ticket. So what does this mean? There's a pathway here, a little bridge strewn with candy. And then when we span up, what do we see but a gigantic chocolate bar and a fantastic lollipop above it as well. This chocolate bar is made out of styrofoam or something, beautifully carved and painted. And look at the foil wrapper and the paper wrapper. Of course, it is part of the Willy Wonka story, and an important one. And I think they've done such a great job of this entire window. And just to remind you that you're in Visby, there's a lovely little tray of the old Apotheke. So I think that Caramel Boden has really outdone themselves with this one. It's just so charming. This is a view up Hastgarten, Horse Street, one of our main shopping streets, looking very festive. Really cheering during these long, dark nights to come out and see this. Visby Magazanet always puts on a very attractive set of windows. Here we have the traditional straw goat, a Yule bock, and some beautiful woolen and fleece products. Very cute tomties with long beards. Aren't they enchanting? Warm caps made out of lamb. Beautiful boa. Sparkling stars. And a very pretty tree decorated with small woolen creatures and other ornaments. Very cozy. Here's a stunning window. This is a shop called Solkristallen, the sun crystal, and they sell crystals and aromatic oils and books about magic and herbalism. And look at this very festive, elegant, and beautiful display window with this gorgeous queen. It looks almost like she's a tapestry, but actually I think it's very heavy paper, beautifully printed. And here are an array of crystals in front of her, some crystal tiaras, which are splendid, various books that they sell. Just stunning. Another Solkristallen window and a mashup of East and West, which makes me smile. The backdrop, of course, is a traditional snow scene in the north with a decorated Christmas tree. And in the front, we have these large Himalayan salt lamps. And of course, a little happy cat there. So this one makes me smile. Why am I showing you an ad for a new electrical service? Just because it features an adorable hedgehog, an igelkot. And the hedgehog is the official animal of the town of Visby. They're everywhere here in the streets in summer. Look at this logo. It's the head of a hedgehog. Very clever. Here he comes. He's saving you money. Now he's taking a bath. Really charming use of an igelkot. It's not Christmas without books, and this is our local bookstore here on Adelsgaten. Simple display, but very effective. I really like the window that they have fashioned. So this is a wooden frame with different painted scenes that you'll see in wintertime. I think that's so nice. A big array of books for the whole family down below. One enduring feature of all of our windows, whether they're commercial or residential, are beautiful stars hung to remind us of the sun, coming light, the star over Bethlehem, of course. But these are a few very beautiful examples, very sophisticated and complex examples of stars that you can buy. This store, Monk Vollet, has quite a nice selection of beautiful housewares. We'll go over to their next window. Some more stunning stars. Very sweet little stuffed elephant here. A little dollhouse in a shoebox. Bunch of little mice there. Hippopotamus. More mice, aren't they dear? Of course, celebrating Pippi Longstocking. The original Pippi Longstocking television show in the 70s was filmed here in Visby. And more stuffed animals going up to the tree, which is, interestingly enough, crowned with another hippo. The word for hippo in Swedish is a great one. It's flodhäst, which means river horse. Isn't that great? It's very appropriate. Warm socks are always a perfect gift for the holidays. And look at this beautiful selection. I am in awe. And I think I will be coming back here to select a pair or two for myself. Aren't these beautifully done? Here's some fingerless gloves, mittens. Aren't they wonderful? This is the same shop, Ganarve Gård or Ganarve Farm. And what a clever display. They've just taken all these skeins of colored yarn and stacked them in boxes almost as if they're cartons of Christmas tree ornaments. I think it's so effective and so lovely. Across the street, another farm shop, Ansarve Farm, has stunningly simple and beautiful display of white fleece and white felted wool and white lambskin. Look at this elegant teddy bear. Isn't he wonderful? And the star, very special kind of star to hang in one's window. Slippers here, a little red pair for some accent color. And I particularly admire these Christmas trees. Look how clever this is. These are probably cones of wood or possibly even styrofoam that have been wrapped with white wool and then decorated with white felted wool stars. What a simple but beautiful idea for home crafters. Another of the windows of Ansarve Farm, featuring a beautiful star again, a wonderful waistcoat or vest made of shearling, some sweet fleecy teddy bears, slippers, and some woolen insoles. These are felted wool insoles which are so warm and lovely in your shoes and boots. Lots of inspiration there. Dress shop. If anyone is listening, I want that red dress. I'm going to end, as I like to most years, with the most beloved shop in town, and that is Kränku, which sells coffee, tea, all kinds of candy, and all sorts of wonderful accessories for coffee and tea. We see that Santa is here, descending from that window. So let's get a bit closer and see what's going on at Kränku. The name Kränku is not a Swedish word, but a Gutnish word, a word from Gutemål, from the Gotlandic native language. And it means, there it is spelled out, it means the milking stool. So you see this fellow here on his stool and with a cup of something hot in his hand. I told you they sell all kinds of accessories for making coffee and tea. And here's a lovely array of winter-themed cups. Some charming small stars in their window. This is another of the Kränku windows. This is Moomin, the adorable troll, a large-scale version of him, and he's here with his friends and family. That's little me in the red with her frown. I just adore her. She's so wonderfully crabby, but very loyal. Look at this. Here's the Moomin family and a lovely selection of gift tins that's on offer. And there's Moomin again. Wonderful array of Christmas tins available here. If you're making your own cookies or candies, this is the place to come and get a decorative tin. And finally, this is a form of Advent calendar here in this Cranko window. You see that there are 3 candles lit for the 3 Sundays of Advent, which have already come. But where are we? We seem to be in a kind of barn. Aha! And here's St. Nick himself. You see him breathing? His chest rising and falling. So that's Yule Tomten, Santa Claus. He's got his little elf friends with him. Cat in the background, drinking freshly milked milk. His Tomty in the foreground, stirring some sugar, shoveling it for something. And I love this in the hayrick. There are more of Yule Tomty's, little Tomty's, his helper, his elves. So with this, I will wish you all peace in a troubled world. May you find some joy this holiday season. This is my holiday greetings to all of you, and let us have hope for the new year.